Hi guys, how are you? I am just going to move this stuff. I didn't realize you could see it. But real quick, I want to thank Sandy Irvine for my gift. It was super nice of her to send me. I could have won a ruler, but I didn't. I won this, and I think that was super nice for her to send me this stuff. So, real quick, said thanks. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my comic book journal that is in the making. Sorry, everything's everywhere. Cats. That's what it is, cats. So, this is what I have made so far. And then I found these from my last comic book journal. Now, I made these in Paint Shop Pro. I had a different computer then, so I can't tell you what the font was, but these are simply a font. And then I cut them out. It's probably called comic book font, but I don't really know for sure, but that's all those are, is a font. Then I made these papers in Paint Shop Pro also. Aren't they cute? And zap and boom in the back of that one. So, the font for these is, I can't remember. But if I think about it, I'll put it below. If you want it, for sure, I will look for it. If you want these papers, I will let you have them too. You can just message me with your email and I will send them to you. Okay, and I completely changed my comic book that I wanted to use. I decided I want to use this one. Isn't it cool? I was going through my comic books, and the original Green Lantern one that this is mimicking is from 1959, and this one is from 1987. But I love the Green Lantern. So I decided to, oh, I'm sorry. This one is 1992. But it is from, the original is from 1959. They tell you down here on this little bar. And so I decided I would use this one instead. The papers will still match. Everything's going to be okay. I just like the Green Lantern and I thought I would keep it and use it so I can see it every day. Okay, so do the coloring. This is not a coloring book. This is a comic book. I made journals with the kids next door. We use comic books. Not comic books, coloring books. Let me get my stuff straight today. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use. And this is everything that I have still so far that I picked up off the floor 5 minutes ago from my cats, because they love to help me. Well, I'm going to color these. And I don't have any new markers. These are old markers from the shed. And they have probably froze. So I don't know if they're going to work. I don't know what happens to markers when they freeze, but these are all of the watercolor markers. And if all else fails, I do have some newer distress markers. And these are called aqua markers. I can't remember who put these out. Not we are memory keepers. And then in here I have some, what are those ones called again? Zig Clean Color. And these are Stampin' Ups. But if none of these work, it's going to be okay, because I have watercolor pencils and I have gelatos. So if these don't work, there's other choices. I like these ones. So let's try these ones. I have had good experiences with these markers in the past. Let's try bright colors. And red and blue. And green. Definitely green. And maybe this green too. Okay. So we'll set. Let's take that blue too. Okay, so we'll set those aside just for a minute. And we're going to see how good these have cured. Let's see if time. Well, they're not bad. They're not real wet. After being frozen, they're not super wet. And we're not going to try to color the entire thing. We kind of want it to look, at least I want it to look a little, I don't know the word, but not all the way colored. I'm going to come in with this gray. I'm going to go along the edge, I think, just for the shadow. You ain't got to do the whole thing, but a good bit of it. And sides in the shadow too. Okay, so I like that. That's what we got. So, let's try the other arrow. Let's do it orange. Oh, this one is not very wet. So sketchy might be the word I'm looking for. You kind of want it to look sketchy, like you just drew it in your comic book. Which, if you were really handy, you could just draw these in your comic book. Especially if you had the markers. Okay. Then we'll do bam. We'll do bam and blue. And remember, we're just kind of sketching it. We're not trying to get every last little bit. That's going to be a very bright blue. We don't really want it all the way. And if you go out of the lines, it's okay. Get this gray again. And just kind of do that shadow. Matter of fact, you could go in those lines just a little bit with that gray. Probably wouldn't be the end of the world. Okay. Pretty good. So you really want it just to look like you just drew it on the paper, was like an afterthought. don't know if you can see it really good. We'll do smash. I think maybe just to avoid the contamination of my marker, I shall just do that. And then come in with my red and just kind of sketch it out there. That's an odd one for a comic book. OMG. That's an odd one. But I like wow. So we'll use wow. I don't need this many. I mean, I need a few, but I don't need a whole bunch. I kind of like that. These markers are still working, even after being froze. Some are a little dry, like this one. It's a little dry. Wow. And then zap. Ooh, kapow. Not boom. Well, okay, so bam. Bams are good. Okay, so that's all I'm going to use out of there. So since I know it makes it a lot easier, I can just go in with my grays. My gray. I don't know if there was a bigger set of these or not. I tried my Copics. They're dried. They don't work after being froze, I guess. Kapow. Say that once. Kapow. Sounds cool. Kapow. Come in with this lighter blue. Coloring this way takes no skill. I do like the watercolor. Okay, let's go with this other green with the zap. If you wanted to do this nice and neat, you could. But I got an idea. I like the red. Bam. Okay. I don't know what to do about the thunderbolts of lightning. So I think I will do it in this rusty color. I guess it's more like a brown. And I'm just going to tell you, the longer you let your inkjet ink sit, it does become more stable, but it doesn't ever dry completely. So if you oversaturate it, it's going to bleed. And then you'll have a muddy, icky looking color. Okay. So I'm real curious about the other ones, but I'll check them later. So we have this. And we have this paper. So we got to cut the edges off of the paper. See if both sides. Okay. And you want to cut them pretty flush. But they don't have to be perfect. To be honest, I don't know if this is going to be too big. We might have to modify it just a tiny bit, but not a bunch. These are the really boring parts about making a journal, but they're also very therapeutic if you do it while you're alone, watching a movie or listening to music, and you just trim your papers, make your ephemera. It's really soothing and relaxing. I never let anything get me down if I'm making a journal. Like, I don't care if I royally screwed up. I'll fix it because it's something I enjoy. Same thing with cooking. I like cooking, so even if I'm messing something up, I'll just go a different way with it. But there are things that I don't consider very therapeutic. I don't really like cleaning house. That's not my big strong suit. But I don't like a dirty house. So you have to clean it. But if things get too tedious, I will stop cleaning house and go do something I enjoy, like read a book or work on a journal or make a card or something like that. And right now I've really gotten into that slow stitching stuff. Hand stitching little itty bitty things. Oh, I just think that's so much fun. So I don't mind doing that. When I get tired of cleaning house, there's too many dishes or too many floors that gotta be swept and mopped, or the cats decide to throw up somewhere. I just do y'all have cats? Is it normal for your cat to throw up so much? God, at least once a week. Hawking up the hairballs. Ew, it's a lot. I do clean my house, guys. Sometimes. Especially if somebody's coming over. I used to have a brother. He's still my brother. Now he's just my brother in heaven. But, he used to always tell me, "Hey, Lori, I'm on my way over." And then I would hurry up and clean the house pretty good. And then I would call him and I'd say, "Where are you?" And he'd say, "I just want to motivate you to get the house cleaned up." Idiot. He's laughing in heaven, I promise. He also didn't used to like to do his own dishes. And he was a truck driver, and sometimes he'd just throw those dishes away. Crazy. Okay. So, We are 20 minutes in. Okay. So I don't really know what. Keep those for the next one, who knows. I really don't know what I'm, like, what way I'm going with this thing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I want to make this a little longer. This inside piece, not that. I'm just pretty sure I'm going to make this longer. So, I'm going to say I want it to be about that long. You don't have to know for sure. You just guess. Oh, where's my trimmer? I'm not joking when I say I had to pick everything up. At night, they just run through the house like little bats out of hell, and they always love to stop in my craft room, and this time, blah, they knocked everything off the counters. Ugh. So, I cleaned it up. And who knows where I put things when I cleaned it up. I ordered a new trimmer. I ordered a Carl something. It's supposed to be super fantabulously wonderful. I hope it is. Because I'm throwing that Fiskars in the trash. I wouldn't even give it to my worst enemy. Okay, so I have this side done. Then when I flip it over, I'm going to use some of the brown and go on the other side. Not the dark brown, the light brown. Okay. So I know I want to put that there. Do I? Yeah, I'm 100% sure. Let's just do this first. Just to get it on board. And then I will do it better when we do the other side. But right now, I just want to see it there. Does that sound weird? It is. I just want to see it. Right? Because we all want to see we're making progress when we go through a project. Okay? So then, not long enough. Not long enough. This one is long enough. Is the other one a little shorter? I try to get as most out of my paper as I can. So when I cut these, I like to just make sure I am getting the most out of my scrap pieces. Right there, and let's go to the other side and say right all the way to the edge, and then right there. So then this piece is going to go right there. I'm not going to do a lot of inking on my journal part. I don't really know if I'm going to ink the inside or the pockets, but it does add a lot of depth. So I'm not going to say I'm not, but I am going to say I don't think I'm going to ink a lot of the actual journal part, but I might. You never know. I wonder why it won't go right there. Okay. And then, okay. Then, I hadn't decided on whether I was going to do a magnet. But just in case I do the magnet, I want to make sure I put it in there. Just in case. If I don't, it doesn't matter that it's there. But if I do, I want it to be there. So, inserted my magnet. I get a little bone puller and just put that down. Make sure my little magnet's popped up. Okay. I don't really like that little bone puller. Okay. Okay, I like that. So then this piece goes, not that piece don't go anywhere yet. This piece. Nope. This piece goes right here on the cover. But I'm still not putting that down yet. I'm still thinking about that. Okay. I know this is going to go right here. But I don't know if I'm going to put a flap there yet. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do right there. But I know I'm going to do something right there. I just don't know what yet. Because I have these flaps here. Pockets here. Pockets here. So chances are I'm going to put pockets. Maybe I'll put that orange piece back there. And make my pockets. I think I would only want one pocket. Even if I put a pocket, I think I would only want one pocket. And I think I would want that pocket. I don't like how the pocket looks like that with that there. Yes, I wouldn't put that pocket there. But maybe take this bigger orange piece and put a pocket right. Put something. Maybe just a belly band right there. Oh yeah, I really like how that goes. I like how that flows. So, yep, I'm going to keep that right there. So I have my cover. We have an idea of what is going to go there, whether it be a pocket or a belly band. We also have this. We have made our pockets over here. I'm not making these videos super long. I want you to watch these videos. And so then this is going to go like this. Okay. And then probably, just saying, I probably am going to put a brown back on it. Just a piece of brown paper. So, okay. There's that. Now, later on today, not done with y'all yet. Later on today, I'm going to come back and I'll probably, you know what, that's going to look so good. That orange and that orange is going to like pop, especially with the words and yeah, I like that. Anyhow, later on today, I'm going to come back and do the cover. That is going to look good. Okay, so later on today we will come back and we will do the cover. And you know what I have to go do right now? I have to go do my dishes. So I will see you guys later after I do my dishes. Bye, guys.